Well, good morning, everyone. Bright and cheerful morning in San Francisco, typical Chamber of Commerce day. I'm Bob Linscheid, and I have the pleasure of serving as your president and CEO of the San Francisco Chamber of Commerce. And this morning, we are delighted to bring you ForecastSF 2014, along with our title sponsor, Wells Fargo. And we really appreciate the investment and leadership of Wells Fargo in this event, notwithstanding our chair, Peter Gruebele.
That's a compliment, right?
Yeah, that is a compliment. I'd also like to acknowledge and thank our Economic Development Division, our partner, San Francisco Center for Economic Development. Incidentally, they've had quite a week with the announcement this week of Latin SF, a new collaborative global effort with Latin America to go along with China SF and Asia SF. So anything with SF, I guess, is good. You know, today is not going to be your typical forecast event. Sure, we're going to hear some great words and forecasts from our chief economist, John Sylvia, but we expect that with our theme of managing success and growing innovation, you'll be intrigued by the discussion brought to you by Bruce Katz from Brookings Institution and a great panel of speakers today. You see, it was about a year ago that Peter and I were guests of some friends to meet Bruce Katz. And not very often when you meet somebody, you get a reading assignment. But we did. It was called The Metropolitan Revolution, and in Chapter 6, it talks about innovation districts. And today, we'll dig deeper into that as a potential solution to the issues of managing success. I want to call your attention to the program today, because in the program it will give you the wireless hookup, the Wi-Fi, and also the hashtag ForecastSF, which is important. Peter?
Good morning. Let's show a little bit more excitement than Bob got. Jeez. Is this room alive? Welcome. I'm Peter Gruebele with Wells Fargo Bank. I'm an Executive Vice President in Commercial Banking here in San Francisco. Pleased to be here this morning and really excited to be the title sponsor, Wells Fargo, of this event. We've been doing this event for a number of years. I've had the fortunate pleasure of having John Sylvia join us a number of times. Sometimes he's right. This time he will be again. But he is a very prestigious economist, and we are very proud to have him representing Wells Fargo this morning, and glad that he's joined us. We also want to thank a number of our sponsors today for the forecast. The slide's going up. Innovator sponsor is Kaiser Permanente, Dignity Health, Lennar Urban, and Pacific Gas and Electric. We're coming along. There we are. Pacesetter sponsors is Webcore Builders. And the supporter sponsor is Hathaway Dinwiddie, Nixon Peabody, PricewaterhouseCoopers, and Recology. The media sponsors today are the Chronicle of San Francisco and the Business Times.
Thank you, Peter. Well, it's my opportunity now to introduce some of the elected officials and city officials that are here today. We're pleased with your attendance and hope that you find today's agenda beneficial. Please help me welcome, representing the San Francisco Board of Supervisors, Board President David Chu. Supervisor Scott Wiener. It's a lot easier to see when you stand up, Scott, for some reason. Supervisor Katie Tang. Supervisor Mark Farrell. And Supervisor Malia Cohen. We're also pleased to have several additional city leaders with us today. Planning Director John Ram. San Francisco Municipal Transportation Director Ed Reskin. Thanks, Ed. Controller Ben Rosenfeld. Port Director, Monique Moyer. And our partner in economic development, the Director of the Mayor's Office of Economic and Workforce Development, Todd Rufo. You'd also be interested today that we have two city representatives. One, the Mayor of the City of Fremont, Mayor Bill Harrison, who's here. And representing the City of Vallejo, Mayor Osby Davis. Now, one of the things that you'll find out in our discussion on innovation districts is the tie with universities. And while I don't have all the names of all the people that are here representing universities, I do want to call them out to you. The University of San Francisco, University of the Pacific, San Francisco State, San Jose State, Cal State East Bay, and Cal Maritime Academy. Thank you all for being here today. Now to introduce our speaker, our first speaker, and I want to say, throughout the program, we encourage the audience to participate by asking questions. So we have cards. Staff members around the audience will be available to you to distribute cards. Please place your question on the card and raise your hand, and somebody will pick that up. And during Dr. Sylvia's remarks, Peter will ask some questions, and then during Bruce Cassid's remarks, I'll be asking the questions as well. So now, to get this going, I'm pleased to introduce to you the chair of the San Francisco Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, Mr. Peter Gruebele. Let me get this out of the way. Now for the humor.
Are you done cleaning up?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Thanks, Bob. I'm very honored to be here today. I'm very honored to be chair of the board of the Chamber of Commerce. We have over 1,500 members as part of the chamber here in San Francisco. It's the business voice of our community, and I'm very proud to be part of that and to represent it for Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo and the chamber have something in common, not just that Bob and I work together, but that we've been in business for over 160 years here in San Francisco, and we're very proud of that. It's a great legacy for both organizations. We're both committed to creating a vibrant environment and sustainable environment for the city of San Francisco and its growth in the future.